Hey guys! Okay, so today we're going to be talking about why I'm a vegan, because I mentioned this in one of my videos on another channel, and I know that a lot of people in my life actually find it a little bit confronting to think of. So I'll just give you a little bit of background on my eating patterns, if you will. Sorry for the wobbliness, hold on. Basically, I have been known to have disordered eating patterns, so I try very desperately to bargain my intake or my consumption, and I think about like the amount of calories, the amount of fat, the amount of proteins. Like I literally cut everything down normally to its nutritional value, and I kind of punish myself with food and I reward myself with food, and I feel like, well, it's not that I feel like, I know that that's not healthy, and I know that that's something that I had to stop. So I tried to I came to, I always had the realization, like I always realized that I was doing something that is bad for my body. But I came to a point where I was like, I'm actually going to action this. I'm going to do something about the way I'm treating myself. And I was eating healthier, and then I realized there's actually like a way of eating that is simple, explains everything that you're allowed to and not allowed to eat, and then also make sure that you're eating a high amount of fruits and vegetables. And I just thought about it and I was like, how hard could it really be being a vegan? And I know a lot of people will be like, like I try so hard to be a vegan, but I'm sorry, it is way easier than going by the pyramid. Because when I was stuck in like the society norms of what's right and what's wrong to eat, like, you know, protein bar is healthy, or like a little steak is healthy. But if you look at the size of your stomach right now, it's not that big. And now look at the plate of food that's sitting in front of you. Chances are that plate of food is huge and really dense. And I don't know, I just kind of thought, like, by cutting out animals, because, like, let's be honest, animals deserve to live. There's no difference between killing a cow and killing a dog. And I don't know, there's the ethical reasons there, of course, but for me mainly it was a selfish thing, I guess you could say. Just the fact that if I can cut out all meat and animal products, then I know I'm eating well. I know I'm not eating cheeseburgers, and I know I'm not eating chocolate, and I know I'm not eating cheese. Yes, it means that I can't eat a lot of things that are considered treats, but to be honest with you, roasted veggies are a huge treat for me. It's amazing. Yeah, it was just really easy. The decision was really easy. It wasn't one of those things where I had to phase it in. Like, I have been considering raw veganism or raw till 4 veganism, but that's something you really have to plan for and prepare for. For me, veganism was just kind of easy. Because I've been vegetarian before. I wasn't very successful at my vegetarianism, but I was also a lot younger and still in my disordered eating patterns when I did vegetarianism. The one thing that I've noticed, if you have had a history of disordered eating or eating disorders, this is just my personal experience, I've noticed that I am a lot happier eating. I feel as nervous eating because the planet gave it to you. The planet wants you to eat it. You know, like, the land has literally given you this food and said, like, hey, jam-packed full of good stuff, what more could you ask for? Like, I think that really has helped, and obviously eating good foods does something good for you. There's a great quote that I'm not going to quote from Ellen DeGeneres on why she's a vegan, and she was explaining that how she believes that, think about all the thoughts that an animal is having leading up to its slaughter. And I don't know about you, but I have no idea where thoughts come from or where they go. I personally think they stay in the body. And the other thing is, I know for a fact that stress causes serious problems to a person's insides. And I know that being stressed is just toxicity built up in the body. And you cannot for a minute tell me that those cows going onto the conveyor belt and hearing other cows dying are not stressing out. You can't tell me that cows that have been chained up to a milking machine are not stressing out and like pumped full of hormones to keep them producing milk. They're stressing out and they're giving you their stress. And I'm not going to say my life's perfect. I'm not going to say that anything is great or good about me or anything because of the way that I eat, but I know that my clarity and my happiness in a way is a lot stronger and reinforced when I'm eating good foods. And yeah, I think that's just really kind of all I wanted to say. And the fact that if you are looking to lose weight, you could go to a dietitian and pay a dietitian or a nutritionist to prescribe you something that you learnt in primary school. Or you could look at how many times you've tried that, and you can look at how many other people around you are suffering from weight problems or suffering from unhappiness or suffering from low self-esteem. And you can kind of put it all together and you can think each one of these people got taught the same pyramid scheme in primary school. You know, the base is, I think it was grains. Why grains? And then it was fruit, and no, then it was vegetables, then it was fruit. Then it's meat, then it's cheese, then it's sweets. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. You can look at that and you can look at everyone around you and you can kind of, like, I just stop for a second and I think either it's not being implemented properly or it's not right. And I don't think there's a doctor out there who can tell you that fruits and vegetables are going to make you gain weight. I don't think there is, oh actually there might be, to be honest with you. But if you're swapping, like, think about it. If you want to get healthier, you're wanting to add more fruits and vegetables. You're wanting to get rid of more deep fried shit. You're wanting to get rid of the cheeseburgers, the pies, the Dagwood dogs or corn dogs or the French toast, like these kinds of things. And think about what all these have. A lot of them have eggs, milk, meat, cheese, chocolate in them. And because of that, if you get rid of those things from your diet, you know you're going to be eating good foods. And that's just kind of how I know that I'm giving my body what it needs. Yeah, so for me personally, I just found it was the best decision for my health, for my clarity, and it just means that, like, it gets so much easier. It's not like, oh, how many calories are in this, and how many, like, make food and make eating an act of feeding yourself. Make it an act of actually replenishing. Don't make it an act of ritual. It shouldn't be an act of ritual. So those are my reasons for veganism. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you eat meat, cheese, dairy, if you eat meat, dairy, eggs, you're not gonna get very far as far as health goes. I'll leave a link down below to a beautiful vegan. She's a raw veganist and she's amazing. She's an Australian like myself. Her name's Freely the Banana Girl, and she's got some really interesting video montages of different proof towards veganism being the healthiest and safest thing to do for your body. I gave you my reasons and she can give you her findings. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that little ramble on food and diet and exercise and stuff, and you will see me tomorrow. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.